welcome to our Rally in the Park for Educators. Today we're just going to have a couple of speakers that are going to be able to come up and talk. We have some educators who are going to come up and talk about what's going on in education for us. And we're also going to have some students come up and talk about education today. My name's Sue Collin. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sue Collin. I'm the treasurer of NCAE, our professional organization for educators. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm the youngest child in a family with 3 daughters, and so it goes to say, without question, as being the youngest daughter, that I was always the one who didn't get to pick what channel we were going to watch. I was always the last one in the bathroom in the morning, and I always had to sit at the kids' table for Thanksgiving. As a matter of fact, I almost always still have to sit at the kids' table for Thanksgiving. But one of the things that always happened in my house when I was very little and growing up is that we played school all the time. And because I was the youngest, I was always the student, and my sisters were the teachers. Neither one of them would be a student. So as a result of that, I was really lucky because I learned to read before I ever went into kindergarten. And I knew right off the bat what the qualities of a good teacher were because my sisters were great teachers. When I got out of high school, I went to college and I got an English degree which prepared me to do absolutely nothing. I mean, I came out of college ready to light the world on fire, and I became a grocery store manager. And I worked at a grocery store, and I managed a car rental agency, and then in my rebel days, I was the manager of a rock and roll store, and that was really, really fun in Myrtle Beach. But, I started a family, and I thought, okay, I really want a life that's going to be conducive to raising a family. So I went back and I got my master's degree so that I could become a teacher. And I walked into my very first practicum, and I thought, I don't understand this. I should have been doing this since I was 23, and it's the greatest job in America. And I know, I look out at this sea of educators out here, and I know that you all agree with me. So I settled into my classroom, and, and I began to enjoy what I really thought was going to be my lifetime career, and I still hope it's going to be my lifetime career. I've been at it for about 14 years. And I go to work every day pretty much with a smile on my face, and I know that I make a difference in the lives of my kids, and that brings me great joy. I never ever thought for one single moment that if I went to work and I did the very, very best that I could, and that if I loved my children with all my heart and gave 100%, that I would have to worry about my livelihood. So it's a really scary proposition, what's coming down right now. I never thought that the people in this profession would be devalued or disrespected by the very people who should be protecting us, which is the General Assembly. It's obvious, once again, this year we're not going to receive a raise, but you know what, we've come to expect that, so that's not a surprise for us. But when they made some of these other decisions with the budget, it's really scary. Our career status has been stripped away from us. We're going to all be put on year-to-year contracts based on someone's decision about our usefulness at the school with no set criteria to do that. There's no job security. And really, what does career status have to do with the budget even? They've decided not to compensate newly hired teachers for their master's degrees or their PhDs. And that makes me wonder, what incentive is there going to be for teachers to go out and learn more? Teachers to further their education, to make themselves better teachers? Because isn't it obvious that better teachers or better training for teachers make better teachers? I mean, that's just a given. One of the most devastating parts of this budget is that we are going to be losing teachers and assistants. And it's so disturbing on so many levels. It leads to overworked teachers, oversized classrooms, and students whose needs just might not be met. So how can that be good for our community, and how can that be good for our schools? I just don't get it. And to add insult to injury, public schools are going to be gutted because the General Assembly has earmarked $50 million to go to voucher programs that are designed to help those who can already afford to send their kids to private school, and it's going to leave behind even more of the children who are already losing the race to the top. These same $50 million could go a very, very long way to keeping our assistants in the classroom and our students well provided for. So now is the time that we need to band together and let the General Assembly know that it is not okay to disrespect us. It is not okay to devalue us. And most importantly, it is not okay to keep us from doing what keeps us from doing what it takes to lead our children toward their dreams and their destinies. So what I have to say right now is we need to band together and be a voice and not an echo. Ready to go, fired up. Ready to go. Fired up. Ready to go. Fired up. Ready to go. Woo! It is my distinct pleasure to invite one of our district students up here to the stage to speak for just a minute. His name is Ethan Carlisle. He goes to Reach.
Hi, my name is Ethan Carlisle and I'm a student in Rutherford County Schools. I go to Reach. I'm here today to support those teachers who've always supported me. My teachers go above and beyond every day to make sure I get a quality education. They're getting me ready for when I graduate and move on to a four-year university. They challenge me to think about the world and ask questions about it. They help me find answers and guide me toward my future. I'm sad to hear that the new budget hurts our teachers. We need to value our teachers. These are people who prepare us for tomorrow. Teachers who are poorly compensated for their hard work and are underappreciated will likely look for better opportunities elsewhere. At Reach, this will be devastating. Our teachers are dedicated professionals who are helping us excel in both high school and college at the same time. This is no easy job. Let me tell you a little about myself. I went to public school for elementary school. I was homeschooled in middle school, and then I got the opportunity to go to Reach for high school. It gives me the chance to take college classes in high school. Not only will I be well prepared for college, but it will save me lots of time and very important money. I worry that the next blow to public education will be the elimination of programs like this. I love going to Reach, and I love the teachers there too. It's time for us, as a community, to come together and stand up for our teachers. They pave the road to our future. They allow us to drive on it. They pick up the pieces when we crash, and they set us on the road again. They deserve our respect, and they deserve our support. Thanks.
Thanks, Ethan. Up next, I have another student. This is a student from RS Central High School. He's the president of the Young Democrats Club there, and I'm very, very honored to introduce R.J. Aiken.
Good morning. Good morning. You guys look great in your red. We are the future. It is our duty as citizens of the United States to stand for what is right and for the better of America. Getting a good education is the only hope that I have in bettering myself and striving toward my goals and possibly my career. When funds are being cut, forcing public school systems to lay off teachers, this only keeps me from reaching my potential. We are the future. We must have every opportunity and chance there is to help us reach our potential. We must all start out at the same point when beginning a race. No one man is better than the other, so each and every person shall not be given a head start while the other has to struggle to make up the distance in time. We are the future. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Knowledge is power. So let us stop cutting and put bandages over our wounds so that we may heal together.
And we have one more speaker before we're going to take a quick break and listen to some music and make sure that we all have signs and stuff like that. There'll be a few speakers after some music, but I want to introduce Ms. Vanessa Baynard. She is the Vice President of our local Rutherford County NCAE.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out and supporting us today. Being a member of NCAE gives me a voice in Raleigh. Last week on Moral Monday in Raleigh, our state president and vice president were arrested, standing for the injustice they feel is being directed toward educators. And when I say educators, I'm not just talking about teachers. I'm talking about everyone that works in the education system. And everyone that works in the system can become a member of NCAE. We must stand together and support our leaders. NCAE not only allows us a voice in Raleigh, it offers many more opportunities for educators. We need NCAE more now than ever in our professional career advocating for us. If you are not a member, I would strongly suggest you join this year. See the representative from your school, or Sharon Lowry, our president, Sue Collin, or myself. Thank you for coming out.